who says that she was raped inside a Midtown nightclub.
Her story made some national headlines after the alleged attack was shared on Facebook Live, and she and her attorney are now suing the club, saying it had a fourth of the security it should have had on that night.
11 Alive's Latasha Givens is live outside the Opera nightclub. She has the very latest information for us.
Well, Cheryl and Jeff, the alleged attack happened on a very busy night. Pre-tickets were already sold out for the August Alsina performance. The woman and her attorney says that alone should have required more security.
I'm going to continue to fight. I'm a victim, but I'm a survivor as well.
For the first time, Jasmine Eiland is speaking publicly on her alleged rape at Opera nightclub in Atlanta.
And brave enough to come forward today.
At a press conference, her attorney, Chris Stewart, says while the case is being tried in the courtroom of public opinion, there are details many don't know. First, he says his client was sexually assaulted twice inside the club. This video is of her Facebook Live feed from that night. Eiland says she was first raped on the dance floor.
See, this is him carrying her through the crowd.
And then again in a private area.
This, ladies and gentlemen, we've had it professionally subtitled, is the back room in Opera on their patio, which you are not supposed to be in, where we also have reason to believe the security cameras weren't working. So thank God she was on Facebook Live.
Eiland breaks down and leaves the room as some of the details are shared.
This is not on the dance floor.
Her attorney says inadequate security is to blame for her rape.
But we know for a fact all of the security guards were not working, were not paid to work, and they knew this ahead of time because the tickets were pre-sold.
Stewart says based on his investigation, the staff had only a quarter of the security guards they usually have.
Per every standard in the industry, security intervenes if a person is too intoxicated or drugged or inebriated.
Eiland doesn't want to become the face of sexual assault, but has words of advice for other victims.
She needs to know that it's okay to stand up against cyberbullying. It's okay to stand up against victim shaming. And so that's what ultimately gave me the courage to stand up and go publicly.
And Dominique Williams was arrested 10 days later. He's in court tomorrow facing the charge for aggravated sodomy. Now, there are reports that there's another case filed against him. We're working to gather those details. We reached out to Opera Nightclub and its parent company. We have not heard back. Live in Midtown, I'm Latasha Givens, 11 Alive News. Cheryl, back to you.
All right, Latasha, thank you. The lawyer in the Opera lawsuit, Chris Stewart, is responsible for what's believed to be the largest settlement in a rape case in U.S. history. Last year, a jury awarded Hope Cheston $1 billion. Cheston, who chose to be identified during the case, was raped by an armed security guard at a Jonesboro apartment complex when she was 14 years old. The guard is serving 20 years in prison, and Cheston is currently in college. A jury said the company that hired the guard was liable for his actions. While it's unlikely Cheston will ever collect $1 billion, experts say the verdict is a big win for victims of sexual assault. If you have been a victim of assault, the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network has a hotline you can call. It's 1-800-656-HOPE. It is staffed 24 hours a day. You can also find that number inside this story on 11alive.com.
Streets ain't for everybody, but the sidewalk is. So Jasmine Eiland finally speaks out. She has the courage to speak out because so many people has been getting at her. You feel me? Talking about she's been drugged. She was out there having fun. She was just dotting on. She was just being a smut. Feel me? But in reality, nobody knew the story. And now the story is being unfolded right now. So in Atlanta at the Opera Club, August Alsina was having a concert there. Now, first things first red flag, there was not enough security. There was 1/4 of what they really have in security in there on detail. So certain spots you could get into, certain crevices you could get into, certain things got to happen, you feel me? And a lot of stuff did happen. This young lady was dragged on the dance floor, got raped right there. Then another man lifted her up and dragged her off while she was limp. She couldn't even stand and took her downstairs and had his way with her. Then the next thing you know, somebody caught them right there. And that's how this story got caught like that. And they got it all on tape. And we're going to speak about this in 1 second. I'm going to show y'all this clip of her speaking right now.
Good morning, everybody. I'm attorney Chris Stewart of Stewart Trial Attorneys. My partner, Josh, will be here in a second. We're proud to represent Jasmine Eiland, who is bold enough and brave enough to come forward today to stand up for not just herself, but the rights of women across this country. We have filed a lawsuit today against Gray Hospitality, who does business in the city of Atlanta as Opera Nightclub, literally right around the corner. Now, why is a lawsuit needed? Well, we tried to reach out to Opera Nightclub without a lawsuit. We wanted to handle this civilly, peacefully, see if there was any way we could just talk. An idea I had was doing a Me Too event at Opera Nightclub and avoiding a lawsuit, seeing how this can get resolved. But what we were met with is silence. We were ignored. None of my phone calls were returned. None of my emails were returned. None of our letters were even returned. They did not have the decency to even apologize or reach out to Ms. Eiland. So if that's the case, then we're going to file a lawsuit, especially when we had so many people that worked at Opera or were there that night reaching out to us, telling us what really happened that night. And what happened is shocking. A very experienced ownership group based out of Vegas has taken over Opera. And from what we hear and what we have reason to believe from our investigation, they had 1/4 the amount of security personnel working on the night of this incident. And this wasn't just a club night. This was a large concert by an international megastar. And they only had 1/4 of the security guards working. Now, is there a problem with it being a hip-hop event? Did they not care? We'll find that out. But we know for a fact all of the security guards were not working, were not paid to work, and they knew this ahead of time because the tickets were pre-sold. Which is why they didn't have the security guards who monitor the crowds to see who's intoxicated or who's out of control and remove you. Which is why they didn't have the security guards to stop this assailant from taking Ms. Eiland to an area that was closed and assaulting her again. People are only looking at the first part of the videotape. Ms. Eiland was attacked twice. We have video proving that. So it wasn't just negligence, which is the basis of most lawsuits. This was reckless indifference. This was callousness. This was pure carelessness for patrons in the city of Atlanta on hip hop night. How would you keep your club open or decide to go ahead with a concert knowing you're understaffed? Knowing the dangers that it could put the patrons in. But Opera did it anyway, and then didn't even want to talk afterwards. Updates on the case so far. Mr. Williams was arrested. He is currently in jail. He was arrested for aggravated sodomy. As many of you have seen, because of the bravery of Ms. Eiland coming forward, another alleged victim has come forward and said that she was assaulted in the past by this same individual. Has text messages to prove it, where she's arguing about being raped and being drugged. It's the bravery of Ms. Eiland that is allowing other people to come forward. What really has hurt and has been an uphill battle in this case, but we've bravely taken it on, Ms. Eiland has bravely taken on, is what internet...
Now, a suspect by the name of Dominique Williams has gotten booked for aggravated sodomy. This is crazy right here, you know what I mean? But if he did it, then he deserves to be in there, man. Another lady has come out and spoken out and says Dominique Williams has raped her too and drugged her too. Now, do I believe them? I mean, I kind of do. I mean, the proof's in the pudding, you feel me? I mean, it is what it is. He tried to get away again, but this time he got caught on camera. It is what it is. You fucked around with the wrong one, you feel me? Her homies held her down, you feel me? They ain't slipping, you feel me? But that's on you. You shouldn't be out here trying to do that to women anyway. It's your fault. You got to do all that to get to the box, then you don't need the box, you feel me? You got to go work on yourself. Go work harder, youngin'. Even if you an old nigga, you a youngin', you feel me? What my son Cam said, how you older than me and you still a little nigga? It is what it is, you feel me? It be like that sometime. But I wish this young lady right here, you know what I mean, well in this case right here, and hopefully she's telling the truth so she could get the right justice that she's looking for, you feel me? Because all rapists and pedophiles should be, you already know where they should be at, you feel me? But to the gang, no lack, as you heard. If they ain't moving right, then they get left.